Right, guys, a very quick one here on the Kay Burley and Beth Rigby rules for thee but not for me incident. When I actually see that they had broken the rules, I laughed my arse off because I generally don't care and actually think people are obligated to break unjust laws, but that's just me. The issue I have with her that makes this different is the vitriol that she used against anyone who might have done something the media consider morally bankrupt, which, let's be honest, is laughable because the media have no morals, at least none you could actually live by anyway. But these two sanctimonious axe wounds, you might remember, actually screamed at government ministers when Dominic Cummings went to Durham, and he did nothing wrong, as I said in my video at the time. We had weeks of it back then, and even references and mentions of it in the days and weeks leading up to Kay Burley breaking these stupid rules herself. But as most will likely know by now, Sky News announced she was being suspended for 6 months, which I expect is something she wanted after being caught out. Can you imagine for a moment her sitting there constantly interviewing people daily, praying to God they don't bring up her breaking the rules? She could never again challenge anyone on lockdown rules, so Sky had to act, because they know she now has no credibility when talking about that, and damages what little credibility they had with these actions. But obviously, them losing more credibility is something we should all be celebrating. Hopefully, more people realise the media have been lying to you and covering up their own staff, using these rules for thee, but not for me policies that we all know are there. If you think MPs and shitweasels like the media are doing as they are told, then you have been smoking crack. These idiots are all off on holiday for Christmas while laughing their asses off at you. I bet Kay Burley is no longer even in the UK. But in fairness to Kay Burley and Beth Rigby, there was a couple of other Sky News staff suspended over it for joining her at her birthday bash. Maybe they had a COVID-secure orgy at her house after the meal. That is where you have sex from 2 meters away while wearing a cloth mask and using cotton socks as condoms. Personally, I find the whole thing ridiculous because these rules are beyond stupid and I think no one should follow them anyway. Even though I dislike Kay Burley and Beth Rigby, I really don't agree with them getting sacked or suspended. Even if I don't like them or they act like cumbuckets, at the end of the day, they should be able to do what they want. And another reason why I wouldn't want them suspended or anything like that is because I would love to see them on TV getting pulled up on it every single day. Because I have got to say, it's one of the funniest things I have heard recently, her getting caught, so I will obviously take it. Just imagine for a moment being a well-known news presenter around the country, more so this year than ever, with most people locked in their homes for a good part of it, and thinking you could actually go out in Soho, take friends home with you without being caught. The level of stupidity and arrogance required for that is truly something only media shitweasels like these idiots could actually pull off. Politicians also, but they are on par with the media scum, as you all know. This shit show for Sky News, Beth Rigby, and of course Kay Burley will be a highlight of the year, as will the fucking year ending.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors. Slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires. And that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going and we are glad to be going. We're off.